Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine. I am here from Jiangxi University of Science and Technology to present a project on face recognition on digital image processing. And my name is Aminur Munshi. So now we can start. Here I have four parts on my project. Introduction on project and its applications, project code, project result and clips, important used functions, and then the end is conclusion. Okay, now we can start first part, introduction on project and its application. At first, we should know that what is face recognition. There is face detection, but the face detection is issue just to detect the face. It cannot say whose face it is. But how about face recognition? It would say the name, who is in the picture or video or live. So face recognition is a project that will tell us that who you are. It will recognize you when it is will see you. Just like us, if we have knowledge about something like person we have seen before, if we see them again, we can tell that this is the that person. Even if we can hear the name, we can say, we can tell that, yeah, I know that person, this is the that person. Like that, this project work. Like if you are in the database and if the project sees you, then the project can tell you that, yeah, it's you, I know you. So this is recognition and it's about face recognition. Okay, and now and we have like four step I make from like on whole project, whole code planning, like think to make a project, think about the plan, write the course and procedure the plan, make database, restore the data, get ready to run course like database, and final run the system, get the results. That's it. Okay. Algorithms. In this project, I used and on face recognition we have two main algorithms like geometric and photometric algorithms. We can divide like these two in geometric facial landmark, feathers, distance between eyes, mouth, nose, etc. And photometric shape of the picture, light, condition, color, etc. So and I used these three algorithms in my project code like PCA, its principal component analysis using engine phase, it's PCA, and then linear discriminate analysis. And third is Fisher phase, elastic bands graphic funds using the Fisher phase algorithm. These are the used algorithms in my project. Okay, about application, what we can, where we can use this project, how we can use this project. Like it's, we can say now in digital world, without face recognition, we cannot follow the world digital because wherever you will go, you need this face recognition, like phone, airport, buses, anywhere you go in the world, the world's need face recognition. That's it. And security system. Except the security system, the world is like a place of, I mean, crime scenes or something. But when the face recognition includes in security systems, then it's peace. I mean, when someone crime, the security system can get him so quickly. And CCTV camera. In nowadays, we know every home, every shop, in every single places, road, hospital. I mean, in every single places, we can see the CCTV camera. And nowadays, this CCTV camera is being installed depending on the face recognition, so that when the CCTV camera can will see you or will catch you or will take your footage, it can recognize you. So we can say this project has a huge application, huge use in the world now, in the digital world. And now we can go to part two, code, result, and tips. Okay, let's see. Step one, make sure that everything is okay. Your laptop, codes, etc. Make sure that your database, like where you will store your picture, where you will store your knowledge, like run the system and then run the system and get the result. Okay, observe every single step of your process. Like you have, here we have to see carefully what is happening, how it's going, and then I calculated the errors. I mean, collect the errors, calculate the percentage of accuracy, etc., and then the end. Okay, let's see the codes only for face detection. This codes can only detect the face. So, and like this, this is the output for the above codes. And next on, next on, I have the flowchart of all my codes. I have three main codes. I mean, one main course including uh, three codes. And see, here is the process, like the flowchart of the process. How did it work? Like first, we have to open the MATLAB. Okay, right or press the first code and set your MATLAB path. I mean path. I think we everybody know what is path. Like the file folder, we are used to save the project or the course or the files from the MATLAB we run. We used to save where that's called path. So now, like we have to select the path, and then in the path we have to create a database. We have to create a folder, file folder named, like we can, as it is database, we can name it like database, and then create more folder files in the database folder, like name 1, name 2, name 3. I used a function called alexnet, and where we can store thousands of persons name, like this, name 1, name 2, name 3. We can store thousands of person. It has the capability to store 1,000 persons. And then we have to enter like one person's folder, like name 1, and then after entering the name 1 and run the first code, like it will store 11 photos, count 0 to 10 in each folder, and will be hold in front of the webcam. And then when it will store 11 photos in the folder, if we want another person in our database, then we have to go back, create another folder like name 2. Then we have to run again the first code, and there in the name 2 there will be 11 photos again stored. The person will hold in front of the webcam. And then like this, as I said, like this processing, we can hold thousands of persons database in that function named lxnet. So, and now our when we will complete our database, then we have to go back to the path, our main path here. When we will go back to the main path, then we have to keep open the main path, and then we will go to the second code. When we will go to the second code, in the second code we have two words, like we have to put the database name and how many persons I have in database, and then we can run the code. While we will run the code, it will take like time to run, because this code is the code which will take max time to run here in my project. It can take 2 minutes or less or more. And then we have to go to the final code. And this code, the second code, is for training the database. I mean, for training. And then final code. Run the code and webcam will be turned on. When we will run the final code, the webcam will be turned on. And then in front of the camera, we can view or we can hold a person from the database. Like we stored before some persons in the database, and from that person, those person, we can hold a picture in front of the camera, or we can bring the person live, anything. So, and then the camera will recognize the person and it will show his name. If it cannot recognize, then there will be written no face detection. And now, like this, the works ends. And now we can explain the first code, how it's work. This is the first code to create the database explanation. Okay, see here we have a function chow webcam, chow equal to webcam. This function will call the webcam. I mean, the webcam will be turned on. And then we have another function, face detector, like vision dot cascade object detector. This is a detector which will detect faces. And then we have another function, c equal to 11. And here it's mean the webcam will take 11 photos in total. And another function is telling us that temp equal to 0. It's saying us that it will take 11 photos and the count will be started from 0. So it will take 11 photos from 0 to 10. And then we have a while loop here. And let's see. Okay. In while loop, we have here some functions like the webcam will take the snapshot. I mean, saw dot snapshot. When the webcam will see a person, it will take the photos as snapshot. And here we have another function, image size, like image size. This picture, the the size will be the taken picture is like 227 by 227, and the file format, the image format will be .bmp. And if we can, if we put here jpg or png, if this picture format is okay, all will work in this project. Like this, when we will run first code, the data will be stored like this. Like here 0 to 10 11 photos, like here 0 to 10 11 photos. Yeah, as the my monitor camera is not that much good, sometimes it will take black photos and sometimes it cannot take photos properly. It's the problem of my camera. So like this it will store 11 photos in the database. And then we have second course. This code is for training, and this code actually is from deep learning. Like we have another learning like machine learning, and but this one is from deep learning. Okay, explanation like I was talking about in the flowchart that we have a function called lxnet. This is the function lxnet, and it can store 1,000 persons photos. I mean, and this is the I also talked about like database. This is our database name, and mynet. This whole system will be saved by name the mynet.mat, mynet.mat. The file will be saved by this name, and when we run the second code, see the training. This is the training code. Here how long this code took time to run, like 1 minute 11 seconds. And this is the accuracy, mini bash accuracy 100%. So after running this code, and then we can go the final code. This is the final code, and here we have called, I mean the load. See the mynet, we have to load the mynet from the second code, I mean training code, to run the final code. So here actually without on code we cannot run the whole process. But this is the final code. So it will call mynet.mate, and then same it will take snapshot, and then the boxes, the frame size will be 227 by 227, and this, and when it will recognize, it will show the name. And if it cannot recognize, then no page detected. It will be readed no page detected, and the character color will be in green. Okay, let's see how does it work. See here, when I ran the code, it detected me, and here is the name, Amin. I gave my name, Amin. So, and it has a limitation, like it cannot detect multiple at once, so it will detect only one, like here me and Otno, like Amin and Otno, but it could detect only one person, like it detected only Otno. So this is a limitation from this code. We have others limitation we'll talk about later in the video. Like here we'll talk now we'll start the demo video I created while I was running those codes. I was making the projects. Yeah, like I talked in the flowchart, we'll do the same here. See, this is my path. Users, Amin, desktop, task, DIP, Matic. This is my task, and here I created a name, that is database, and here I created some folder, it's by name. Like I entered the Selim. See here, the name is Selim. I entered this file, the name, okay, where we'll run the code. the webcam will be called. And see here, I put it the face of Selim, and see here in the left side, it took 11 photos, count 0 to 10. And here's the face, like it took these faces and it's 11 photos. And now let me take another photos, like whose name is this? This name is Milon. So now we'll take Milon's photo in the same way. We'll run the code, and webcam will be turned on. We'll hold the picture in front of the, okay. Here is a little bit, we made a little bit mistake, like my face came first. So we'll delete the pictures from here. We'll delete the all pictures from here and we'll run it again. Okay, it also take 0 to 10, in total 11 photos. See, I wanted to show the picture, but the picture can't be opened from here. I mean, can't be viewed from here. So let's see. We'll go back. This is this is my path, and here is Milan. See, this is the pictures from 0 to 10, 11 photos, and there are some black photos. As I said, the camera from my PC is not that much good, so it's happened. And this is the file in my database, like Amin, Otano, Milon, Selim, SK, and Tej. And we have six, as we have six folder here in database. See here we put six. As I said before, that we have to put the number of the file. I mean, file folder of number of the person, that how many person we have stored in database. We have to put here in the second code. Okay, now let's continue and run. Okay, it won't run. There is a problem. I mean, there is a error. What's the error? Like, what is our path? Our path is math peak. Users in desktop task DIP math peak. Until math peak is our path. The database is including our path. I mean, it's not our path. So we have to go back to math peak. Okay. Now this code is actually works. The CPU is works to run this code actually. See here. It's a huge code from deep learning. So okay, the mini base accuracy now is 100%. Okay, now we'll see how it's recognized us like live. It's not run the code. Mm, the webcam will be turned on. Yeah, as it's my picture, see it can detect me. My name is like as I stored in database file. Amin. So if I covered my face, it will be written no face detected. I mean, it cannot detect if I covered my face. So you can see it's working nicely. And Autono, see, it also can detect in Autono even a little low light. It's Selim. I stored before in database, it also can detect Selim. Like here, Tej. Yeah, it also can detect Tej, Milon. Here we have a little problem like with movement and something. So that's the limitation. And here we have another problem with multiple. See, it detected me even though if I am not there. So it's a limitation of this code when it is multiple. Okay, so this was my code, and this is I finished the code input. I mean the process works. Must need input process a person to be recognized or a picture of person search. It will search snapshot air in 11 snapshot and will search through linked database found. If the input person matches with anyone from the database, then it will tell his name according to the database. If not, there is no message will be shown, no page detected. So this is how it's worked. Now for three functions. See, we use some important functions here like AlexNet for the storage, so equal to webcam to call the camera, so the snapshot to take the snapshot, mshow and mread, mwrite, mprove, mresize. So this is part 4 conclusion. See, the accuracy actually accuracy for recognition. I worked with several persons, like sometimes with one persons, sometimes with two persons, sometimes with five persons, and you saw I ran the code with six persons. So here, when I ran the code with two persons, the accuracy was like 90%. How it was 90%? Like two persons, I display. I mean, I hold five times in a row for like same same images in the camera and it detected the same, and another persons I put in like sometimes in 5%, but it according the one's time the recognition was different, like this person but it recognized the other person. So as it is 10 times, in 10 times it was wrong on time, so we can say the accuracy was 90%. And when it was 5 persons, the accuracy was 80%. As you see, I mean, as we see the last videos, the accuracy, how does it work? It couldn't detect only one person, and it was million. So within 5%, it couldn't detect one person. So we can count the percentage is 80%. And we have some limitations in the program like lighting. If the light effect is less, then it can detect the wrong person. Like a brown person in dark light, it will look black person. So it can detect other black person from the database. So this angle, it's only work in forward angle. Like you have to be in front of the camera indirectly and face by face, but you cannot turn left or right, then it cannot recognize. And then movement, if the movement is too fast, then it cannot recognize, like we saw in the code in Milon's picture. The movement was like fast and it was detecting once Milon and another. So like this is another limitation. And multiple, we see the multiple, it's not always wrong. Sometimes when it's two-person, it can detect one person correctly, other person it cannot detect. And sometimes within three-person it detect totally another person, wrong person. So this is the kinds of limitations. and systems. So this is how actually processing works. So it's I explained before. We have to start get processed input data, then codes, functions, images, cameras, and it will process, calculate, search, video, and then it's finished. And at last we have the reference. This is the reference where I took everything like the codes who helped me to do that this, and now it's the end. So thank you everyone. Bye.